Hi, this is the Center for Student Wellness's Wellness Fair panelist, and I'm here with Meligha.
Yes, my name is Meligha Garfield. I am the director of the Black Cultural Center here at the University of Utah. And it's a pleasure and honor to be here.
We're super happy to have you on board. If you didn't know, just maybe for anybody watching this, this year the Center for Student Wellness's Wellness Fair topic is Wellness Beyond Whiteness. I just wanted to, kind of pick your brain and talk about what wellness means to you, just maybe in general, maybe what you see with students and what is important.
Yeah, so wellness to me encompasses several different kind of points, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Wellness to me represents physical, emotional, mental, and all those things kind of work uh, in tandem with together to basically be one well-roundedness individual. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So, what does the focus on wellness beyond whiteness, what does that mean to you? In your experiences, what does the topic of wellness, beyond a lens of just a bunch of white women drinking green juice, doing yoga, what does it mean to you? What does it look like to you? Maybe is a better question.
I like that analogy that you put a bunch of women drinking tea and doing yoga. Yeah. No, wellness beyond whiteness for me is uh, everyone kind of coming together, and especially those of BIPOC or people of color,
Yeah.
understanding that their well-being is very important to not only themselves but to everyone. It should be to our campus and the university
Mhm.
itself. But with wellness, we want to get out of that lens of making sure that being healthy, being mentally fit,
Mhm.
that it's not just in the lens of whiteness. So you don't have to be white and be drinking tea and doing yoga. Black people could do that too.
For sure.
Pacific Islanders and Latinx people, various other, like we can do those things.
Mhm.
And really it's okay to not be stigmatized, have a stigmatization towards mental health,
Mhm.
understanding that we should be kind of just make sure that we capitalize on our wellness and not necessarily deem it as a white thing.
For sure. I think in a lot of like wellness spaces, wellness looks a very particular way. You have to be this conventionally attractive, young, white person, and I feel like there's a lot of expectations about what it can and can't look like. And I think it's super important that we try and bring aspects of wellness. In your work as the director of the Black Cultural Center, how have you sort of tried to create, I guess, a culture of wellness in your organization?
What I do as a director is just normalize that saying that it's okay not to be okay, because I'm not perfect, and I think we uphold, especially those um, that are minorities or marginalized communities, that we must be this force all the time, that we cannot express ourselves emotionally, but also mentally, have that well-being and such. And so I think as a director, I try to push that message that no, this is a stigmatization that was pushed upon us.
Mm-hmm.
Not have to be, you do not have to be okay. You can
Yeah.
express that things are going wrong, that and you don't also have to always speak up about it. It's okay as a Black person or any person really. It's okay and normalize as saying that I don't have to talk to you about
No,
that.
absolutely. I
uh,
think, yeah, for sure.
yeah, and just processing that, just
Mm-hmm.
processing our emotions
Mm-hmm.
and making sure that it's okay to normalize not being okay, trying to figure things out and not have to speak up for everyone, but also yourself all the time in a given Sunday. Yeah.
I think you like really touched on something that I think people have kind of been ignoring in the past few months, and it's that Black people are not responsible for educating you. I think that a lot of the times when the conversation is like, okay, like focus Black men, focus Black women, it's like, are you focusing them or are you just making them do all the work? You know what I mean? So I
Mm.
feel like that's something that is like not really talked about in the wellness sphere, and people expecting you to be this like pillar of everything, really. like of your community and expecting you to be the voice for everybody, and that's unrealistic for anyone.
There's a term that is called racial battle fatigue, and it was coined by a professor here on the university. His name is Dr. William Smith, and he coined the term racial battle fatigue because we understand you don't even have to be an activist, but the things that we deal with in life on a consistent basis of being part of a marginalized community, uh, you face things on a constant basis and it draws fatigue. And so, yes, it is not up to me or others to educate people all the time. But also understanding that I don't have to answer to anyone on my
Yeah,
wellness. Like,
absolutely.
I'm okay with not necessarily telling you that I'm not okay.
Mhm.
Uh, or just on the front of that, but also expressing that I have to showcase, like, yes, I'm upset, I'm angry. And I think that it's been amplified, especially being a director of Black Cultural Center, where people are expecting, like, hey, like, Elijah, how you feel about this, how you feel about that? And I'm just like, you know I'm not okay, but I also don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. What do you see wellness looking like, for the rest of this semester? How do you see wellness like being promoted successfully? Not only to students um, that interact with the Black Cultural Center, but maybe just in general.
I'm a big proponent of frankness, like
Mhm.
being candid. And so I think in this time more than ever, especially we have COVID, we have it's an election year. It's
Yeah.
a leap year. There's so many things that are here per se. I mean, we had earthquakes, we had all these different things that are going on. And so I think I want to promote to students like, you know, be true to yourself, be yourself. Um, and on top of that, it's really okay just to be candid. Like as far as in taking back your wellness and understanding that you can be candid and speak with professors, speak with administration, speak with your peers, and say like, look, this is tough. Like
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't do this. Like I am stressed. I can't make all these Zoom calls or whatever.
Mhm.
But just being candid in your wellness, I think being real, being you, and I think the greatest thing is just taking some time to yourself. And this is to anybody really, taking some time to yourself. And this is more at this time more than ever. You should be taking some time to really just evaluate, like, who are you in this face of time that we are in right now. But yeah.
For sure. No, thank you so much. That was a really great response. I really like you said, this idea of taking back your wellness. I really, really like that idea.
Yes, take back your wellness, because I think in a time like this, everyone is expecting, and not just Black people, not just people of color or marginalized communities, but I think with everybody, like people are wanting to really stronghold your wellness because they're like, well, we're expecting you to do the same productive outputs
Mhm.
as a student, as a faculty member, as a staff member. We're expecting you to do the same outputs as it was before a national pandemic. And, and I think we just should take back our wellness in that aspect of stating like, look, no, I
Mhm.
can't do that. Like
Yeah.
there's some stipulations and you're impeding now on my wellness because I have all these stressors I have to worry about. I'm taking back my wellness. I'm being one with myself. I'm going to be upfront and candid with you and let you all know that, like, no, I'm not okay. And if I am okay, like, just leave me be.
Is there anything else you'd like to add before we adjourn the meeting?
Um, the last message I would say is just protect your magic.
Love that.
Protect your magic. Protect who you are, and understanding that don't let anybody pull your magic away from you and who you are and representing who you are. So just keep going.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Meligha.